Alright, so I got my injectors in the mail. Bosch 1600cc. New, got, these were for selling the jet skis. But I need to get this car on the road so then I could paint my daily and get that back going, you know, good again. But anyhow, you know, you're looking at it. Oh, let's go here. Okay, so 110. I'm gonna double check these numbers, you know, on the web, see what I find. But damn, I can't even zoom in or like focus on it because I got so much stuff going in the background. Oh, there we go. So 02, whatever, 110 R. You know, I'm kind of doing this for my sake. But I believe that 0280158827 that'll give me that part number that I'm looking for. So I got that. Got the fuel rail. The fuel rail is 14 mil. It's not 11 and a half or 10 and a half, 11 millimeter as stated. So that's working off fine. But because of the height of these injectors, I feel I am running into a little issue. Hold on, let me put on some lights. Alright, so anyhow, yeah, I got that little bit of space because this manifold hangs over so much. So I went and I bolted this down, and you can see how close it runs. And you know, I gotta basically, when I take off that plenum C, but when I bolt this down using those, it's because these injectors are so tall compared to these. You know, they're a little bit longer. I mean, I'm not too worried because I figure what I can do is just, since this got so much height, as you can see, there we go. Since that got so much height because of the taller injectors, what I'll do is build a little offset thing, what do you call it, like a step, so it will go down, come out like an L, come up, and then have, you know, like a nut or something to fasten to that, and that will keep the injector away from the plenum. That's, you know, my, what do you call it, that's gonna be my solution. You know, I can do that out of, you know, some steel tubing and, you know, some nuts, because then you see when you don't bolt it down, you see how much clearance, you know, you do get. So I guess that might be the solution. They you know, the height should be fine that I'm looking, but it's really, you know, when you bolt it down, it wants to pull it in. So I'll probably, like I said, create something that goes off center. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it goes off center, but then keeps those injector bosses pushed in, because it's just when you bolt it in. I mean, it's a little small thing. I mean, I could even just go and open up this hole a little bit and bolt it down, which is another way. You know, I haven't really fully decided until I get to that route, but that should be shortly soon, because I ordered my fittings. These are 6AN fittings for the rail. So of course that one's gonna be, that straight through 6AN is gonna be on this side with this one, and that one's just gonna feed. And I'll probably just come in on this side and then what do you call it, return out that side, because my fuel rail, I mean my fuel pressure regulator is right here. So from looking back in there, you see where that fuel rail is. Let's move that guy. So this is the existing fuel. I'm gonna have 90 degrees coming out there, but the driver's side will be feeding, and that one will be a return side. So that's what's up. Just a little bit of stuff, but I wish to take this guy off. You didn't have to take off this whole upper plenum. I know it's kind of a stink, but you know what? Whatever. I've done it before. It's nothing difficult. It's just, you know, tedious, and then it just carries a thin gasket all along here. So what I'll probably do is just, you know, copper spray that bitch when I put it back on, and just pray I don't get no leaks. I mean, if I do, then I just order another one. It might even get a plenum spacer kit. But for the most part, that's where we're at for fuel. So hopefully, oh, and I did get one other thing. It's nothing major, but it's just some braided. Oh, where'd it go? Look, I got this. You know, I cleaned this up the other day, and then I started doing some work, and you know that. But then I ended up getting braided line. Just got 100 feet because it was just cheaper. And so I will, since I don't need that much wires running to the squirt, I'll probably have like 4 of these, maybe 5 of these, you know, things, but at least it will be manageable. And just going back, so I'm trying to get all this done. We'll, you know, be busy for the next week. I'm done spending money, you know. Thank God for Black Friday. So I mean, there's a little odds and ends that I'll need, just like, you know, radiator hoses and things of that nature, but for the most part all the big ticket items are done, just to start what do you call it, getting this done. So what I want to do is get this rear end done, which that's what I should have done, was taking that bad boy to my in-laws and swapped out the flange, so then I could put that up, get rid of that, get the axles up from over there or the corner, get that, then I can, you know, get the car back on the ground. And then I think the next one I'd probably do after that would be the fuel, you know, whatever. And then once I get the fuel done, then I'll start working on the wiring, and then cleaning up, you know, all this shit, making sure everything's, you know, good to go. And then hopefully we'll see how that bad boy sounds. So keep in touch. I mean, it's the next step, guys. It's the next step. So hopefully, you know, we can get some business going. So stay tuned. All right, guys. Late.